James Omotosho will on November 20 deliver judgment on the terrorism trial of Nnamdi Kanu. Barrister, how does this terrorism trial of a man who is seeking self-determination reflect on the texture of justice in a country where non-terrorists are pardoned, rehabilitated, and reintegrated to society?
These are part of the anomaly in a Nigerian setting. Because up to tomorrow, nobody have answered that question. Why is Nnamdi Kanu being persecuted?
Alright, depending on your time zone and your location. That's about the 17th day of November 2025. From today, over 72 hours to the day Mazen Nnamdi Kanu game upon reappear in a court, like Omotosho said, the judgment day, which is on 20th of November 2025. That's about Monday. I don't know my favorite Monday putal. So Ebo Bonino, in Ebi na Zofia, in Nubu, in Nanjem, Ebo Bonino, did not a minute or two, Kineti Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, especially at this time that the due date is already by the corner. Or was I got for what is actually going to play out in court. In Kebezi Okubuna, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not be convicted on a repealed law, on a law that doesn't exist. I mean, he has been clamoring and saying, show me the law backing. No law was presented. So what is actually going to happen that day? Because in Kebezi Okubuna or Tuti Fegeme, and it is going to end in the favor of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Just somewhere, so during the week that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has actually filed a document to the CJN, telling him to actually command those in charge of his case to actually stop his case because of a repealed law, a law that is not backing the charges on him. So if I would be updating us up now, then this particular video from Barrister Darlington, where he was actually interviewed a few hours ago concerning this ongoing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's persecution. After that video, videos on gameplay, watch, a whole lot of people are beginning to voice out concerning this Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case. So I wouldn't want to say much. I want you guys to watch the video, share your thoughts and your opinions on the comment section. If you welcome but to start this video, can just always write with you because a whole lot of things was actually discussed in this particular video. Watch the video and
I don't see any reasonable person that will say Nnamdi Kanu have done something that nobody have done in Nigeria. The worst crime and all that. Nobody can accuse him of that because we have seen terrorists being pampered by the government. I'm talking of people who have sacked an entire village, killed them, confiscate them and their property, and they're collecting ransom, running a parallel government, which IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu never did in the Southeast. So, on what ground are you persecuting him? When he was arrested, did you see one small penknife in his hand? Not to talk of gun. The first thing that identifies a terrorist is what? Gun. Instrument of force. That's the first thing. That's the weapon they carry, gun, to enforce and terrorize people. So since we didn't find any within Nnamdi Kanu, where is the terrorism we are talking about? A spoken words. A spoken word that people have said more than. The one they told the Tinubu's wife, what happened to the man? If you are talking like that. The man that came out and threatened Tinubu's wife with death.
Okay, now Barrister, before we leave, I'd like for you to wrap up with your concluding thought.
I am not going to speculate. The matter is left for Justice Omotosho.
Okay.
So his conscience will tell him what to do. Whether this young man is actually being prosecuted or persecuted. Nnamdi Kanu is already becoming he's becoming so unsettled because of what is going on. But what I will not agree is that there is no terrorism act in Nigeria. From the time this is started, the federal government and the state national assembly, they came out with a law, Terrorism Prevention Act.
Okay.
I think in 2010 or 2011, which was amended in 2022. So it's there.
Okay, so it's not been expunged from
how can that happen?
Okay.
With all this thing that's going on. So which law are you using to try them?
Try him.
So there must be a law. I don't know why he says that there
okay,
is no,
all right then.
no
Thank you very much, Barrister Darlington.
There is such a thing. It's just that Nnamdi Kanu is saying he is not a terrorist.
Okay.
That is what she should be holding on to.
Nnamdi Kanu is saying he is not a terrorist.
He's not a terrorist,
and that is what he's holding on to.
I believe that if Kanu is released, it will calm nerves and create a fresh opportunity for national unity. But there's also the flip side. Some people fear that releasing him without clear agreements might lead to fresh agitations. That's the kind of fear that keeps the government cautious. And you know how Nigeria politics works. Every move has a reaction. As Abaribe himself said, The aim is not to cause trouble, but to make peace. And when someone like him speaks in such a calm but firm tone, it means the patience of many people is wearing thin. Now, let's think about what this means for the country. For Tinubu, this is a test of leadership. It's a test of how much he's willing to listen, balance power, and make decisions that bring people together instead of dividing them. If he decides to release Kanu, it could send a strong message that his government is ready for reconciliation and fairness. But if he continues to hold him, then the agitation and political tension may grow stronger. Please, as you're watching, don't forget to like this video right now and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and also keeps you updated anytime a new gist like this drops. Now, one important thing that Abaribe mentioned is that this issue has gone beyond legal arguments. It has become an emotional topic for millions of Nigerians. Some see Kanu as a freedom fighter, others see him as someone who crossed legal lines. But no matter where you stand, you can't deny that his case has affected national unity. The funny thing is, both sides, the government and Kanu's supporters, say they want peace, but their ways of getting there are different. The government wants security first, while the supporters want justice first. That's where the tension lies. Over the past months, we've also seen increased calls from human rights organizations asking the government to respect court rulings. International groups have added their voices too, saying dialogue and inclusion are the best paths forward. So it's no longer just a Nigerian discussion. The world is watching. Abaribe's statement is therefore not just a complaint, it's a wake-up call. He's basically saying, we've tried the quiet way, now it's time for action through dialogue. And this is where leadership truly counts. To find that balance between enforcing the law and promoting peace. And my people, if you've been following the news lately, you'd notice that even among Tinubu's supporters, there are mixed opinions. Some believe that freeing Kanu will help calm the southeast, especially since elections are coming in a few years. Others believe that keeping him might show firmness and control. But politics is all about timing. So, how Tinubu handles this issue will definitely affect how people see his leadership in the coming months. As we continue, please tap the like button and subscribe, because the rest of what I'm about to say will help you understand how this Kanu matter connects to the bigger national picture. Now, here's the bigger question. What happens next? Abaribe and other leaders are likely to keep pushing. More meetings may happen behind closed doors, especially between traditional rulers, governors, and federal representatives. Everyone wants to be part of the solution, but the key lies in what Tinubu decides.